In this tutorial, I am going to discuss a very important interview problem: find all duplicates in an array. So given an array, we have to write a code to find all duplicates element present in an array. So if you see this array, we can clearly say 532 is the duplicate, as 5 has multiple occurrences, 3 has multiple occurrences, and similarly 2 has multiple occurrences. So 532 is the duplicate element present in this array. So now the question is how we can solve this problem. So in this tutorial, I'm going to discuss three approaches to solve this problem. The simple one is the brute force, the second using hashMap, and the third using set data structures. So let's discuss one by one. So let's start with the brute force approach. So here is my array, and if you see, the simplest approach is to use two for loop. The outer loop picks the first element, and the inner loop start from I plus 1. And so let's see how this code is working. So uh, this is my outer loop, this is the inner one. So from outer loop, I start traversing an array from 0 to array length minus 1, and from inner loop I start traversing from I plus 1 to array length minus 1. So if I start from 2, then my inner loop runs from 5. So I'll pick 2 and I compare with 5, 3, 1, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, so on. So when we found if array I equal to array j, so array I is this one, and if it's equal to any of the elements, then I know it's a duplicate. So 2 is compared with 5, 3, 1, 8, 7, 5, 3, and 2. So now 2 is equal to 2, so we have found the duplicate. Similarly, in next iteration, so the value of I is 1, so the value of the value present at first index is 5. Now the j will start from I plus 1, so j will inner loop start from this index. So the 5 is compared with 3, 1, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2. So here we have found the duplicate. So in this way, this approach works. So the time complexity of this approach is O n square. And so can we reduce this time complexity? Yes, we can reduce this time complexity in linear time, I mean in ON, if we use hashMap. So what hashMap does is, so in map, what we store key and its value. So if somehow we know the occurrences of each element in an array, then we can easily solve this problem in ON time complexity. So let me explain this. So let's imagine this is my map, and in this map we store key and value pair. And what is key and value? So in my case, the key is array element and value is its count, and both are of integer type. So let's draw this, and let's start from 2. So the first element is 2. Now the array element is my key, so I keep 2, and it occur first time, so the count is 1. Now the next element is 5, so 5, and it occurs first time, so its count is 1. Next element is 3, so its count is 1. Next element is 1, so its count is 1. Next element is 8, its count is 1. Next element is 7, and its count is 1. Next element is 5. So 5 is already present in a map. So this key is already present in a map, and in map we have unique keys. So key cannot be repeated multiple times. So key should be unique in a map. And so we already have 5 in a hash map, so and its current count is 1. So now we have second occurrence, so let's increment its count to 1. So now the current count of 5 is 2. Next element is 3, so 3 is also present in this hash map, so we increment its count by 1. Now its count is 2. Next element is 2, it's also present in a map, so now let's increment its count to 2. So now we have a map in which we have a key, an array element, and its count, the number of time it occurs in an array. So let uh, let me explain its working. Let me explain this code. So I have declared a map of integer and integer type. So key is so array element, the array element is of int type, so I have declared integer. So key is of integer type, and we we store its count, so it's also a int type. Now I'm traversing an array, so from 0 to n minus 1, and in this map what I'm checking is it contain this key, so is it contain this element already. If it's, then get its previous value and add 1 to it, otherwise just put the element and its count to 1. Now once we created a map, the next step is to traverse a map and check if any key has value greater than 1, then it's a duplicate element. So this is Java 8 syntax for traversing a map. So I'm checking here, if the count of any key is greater than 1, then it's a duplicate, just print a key. So in this case 2 is printed, then 3 is printed, and 5 is printed, as all of them has count greater than 1. So in this way this code works. Now let's move to our next solution, and the next solution is using using set. So in set we only store unique elements, so set does not store duplicate elements. So using this property we can easily find the duplicate element. So here I have declared a set of integer type, and now I'm traversing an array, and here I'm checking whether this set contains this element. If it contains, then now it's a let me explain from the beginning. Now let's I have declared a set, so initially it's empty. Now I'm traversing an array, the first element is 2, so whether the set contains 2, as initially it's empty, so no, so we just add this value in a set. Next element is 5, so 5 is also not present in a set, so I have added this. Now the next element is 3, it's also not present, so I have added it. Next element is 1, so it's also not present, and this code execute. Then next element is 8, now 7, now 5. So this condition is true this time, as it contains the element 5. So we have printed that 5 is a duplicate element. The next element is 3, it's also present in a set, so 3 is also present printed here. And the next element is 2, it's also present in a set, so it's also a duplicate element, and now we have printed this number as well. So in this way, using set property, we can easily find the duplicate elements in an array. So here is my main method, and I have declared an array. So let's test each method one by one. So this is the first one using brute force approach, and if I run this code, see my output is 253. So the next one is using map. So if I run this code, now the output is 235. The next approach is using set. Let's run this code, and now you can see the output is a 532. So this is how we can find all duplicates in an array. And in my next video tutorial, I'll explain how we can find all duplicates in an array using constant memory. So uh, that's it for this video. For more such programming tutorial, you can subscribe our YouTube channel, or you can visit our website, which is https://webrewrite.com. Thanks for watching this video.